What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Frostpunk. Our people are angry, as they are in the beginning of the game frequently. We have time to do another one, but I don't have any engineers, so how long do I have for that? A day and 24 hours. I think we should be able to pull it off because scouts work around the clock. And so I think we should be able to... We don't have enough engineers right now is the issue. I would have to take people off research in order to stock that place, in order to keep people happy. Discontent's going to go down. Don't worry about it too much. The fighting arena will take care of that. As you can see, every night, it takes a big old chunk out of your discontent. Enough to where you can almost break like a promise a day and not even worry about it. But, you know, do your thing. They're waiting for us right here, and we got to be Johnny on the spot with this one. That's where our expedition was split up and when our vehicles crashed during a snowstorm. Some of our precious supplies are here. There it is. Plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of the expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. 7 a.m. and we're trying to dodge that frostbite. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. 8 o'clock and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. We're gonna send the oh, it's 23 hours to get over there? We're gonna cut this one real close, everybody. We're going to cut this one real close. Real close. Hopefully we get the stuff together for the dead, too. We got a day and 12 hours right there. Since they work through the night, hopefully they'll go pick those people up and bring them back fast enough. Steelworks is done. As far as crates go, we've only got 46 wood left, which kind of sucks. Put the remainder of our workers on gathering wood about as rapidly as they can. We're going to need it for the cemetery. Playing this thing kind of close right now. It's going to take 10 wood for a cemetery. Cemetery doesn't need to be anywhere warm, so don't worry about it being inside of an area that has heat coverage. This will help out a ton, though, with our hope. Yeah, right there. As you can see, the cemetery is a really big deal. Once you get rid of dead bodies laying around, people tend to come around. People tend to be all right with you. They're like, all right, well, at least he's not letting dead bodies lay all over the place, so it'll be okay. We got enough to get this one more medical post done. I can actually complete the quest right now by reassigning people from here over to here, and then we'll just make it happen. So there's our medical tents at the moment. I will reassign people from research overnight, just so we complete that quest and we don't have to worry about it anymore. So there it is. We're not doing any research right now anyways, but we will want to do research before too long. Hopefully these guys will arrive before anything else goes too crazy. They've got a big old stack of wood on them that'll last us for a pretty good chunk of the game, actually. A good chunk of the early game. There we go. They are waiting. The rest of our people made camp here too exhausted to go on. We should escort them back to the city. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us, me lord. We had been wandering for days until we couldn't go on any longer. So we begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. Take them back to the city. I need these workers really badly. They'll be here in 5 hours. Hell to the yes. Okay, that's perfect. That means we'll have minimal lost time as far as our other things go. We are going to want to push tier 2 about as soon as possible. Food is going to be an issue as well, as you can tell. We got food problems. Oh, good. They're here. Yay. They've made it, and that gave us a whole bunch of extra food to cook off, too. That should buy us another 24 hours-ishes. I don't know if it'll last us as long as I want it to last, but it's going to have to. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be more settlements already? The nearby expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing, or our handing for those people who have had their feet chopped off. They got to walk in a handstand all the time. It's good for morale. People like to see that kind of stuff. There's no sign of movement over there. In the gloomy cave, we've got a few more people we can rescue. I'm going to go for the observatory, and then we'll loop over to here, and then we'll come back to town with the survivors that are at the gloomy cave. So now that we have ourselves a more decent wood supply, it's time to start thinking about the future. We do have some coal left over here, but not a lot. It's not a ton of coal. It's going to be enough to last us a little while, but not really enough to keep us going forever. The wood fields we're also going to want to start looking at because I'm pretty sure we're like almost out of boxes too. So we've got a couple of problems, but none of these are beyond the pale unsolvable. They're all completely and totally manageable. I actually would like to have this road torn down, please. Get rid of it. That road is now gone. I'm trying to decide where I want to put my... I guess over here is where we'll put our first mill, I suppose. Seems like an okay plan. I'm actually probably just going to go like that right there, just to get it a little bit closer. And we're going to set up our first wood mill. So we've got a sawmill over here. And I believe the best place to put it is like right there is what I'll take. There's a chance that this right here isn't going to work and it won't be adjacent. Sometimes, like I told you in the previous episode, this game can be really, really weird with adjacency sometimes, where like it'll look like the road is flush up, but it's actually like 2 pixels off and it'll just freak the hell on out. It's one of those things that I hope that they'll fix in the future so that it just snaps within a certain radius. But it's not something that, oh yeah, I have engineers now, don't I? Okay, let's restock everybody in all of these jobs. We absolutely need to keep research going. If we don't keep research knocking along, we're going to have some pretty major issues. As of right now, the next thing that we're going to want to work on is getting ourselves a few more hunter's huts. Without hunter's hut, this situation is going to get... it's going to get a little bit drastic. And so my suggestion would be to add 2 more of these. I don't know how many extra workers I have right now. I don't have enough to support both of those, but we'll make it work after this. The temperature's about to drop again. The research we need to be running is going to be drawing boards, which is right there. So we'll get that done. That's usually what I assume that big influx of supplies is for, so you can get up to tier 2 a little bit faster. Some people are hungry, but that should be fixed pretty soon, I think. I don't think we should have to worry about that for very long. We did prosthetics last time. We're going to do ceremonial funerals next. That means that every single night at 2100, we have a ceremonial funeral to celebrate the life of anybody that dies, and you get a passive bonus to your hope. Just every single day. That's just what you get. We're looking okay right there, but we're not quite at the point right now where we can jump off the cliff and do what we want to do. With 30 workers available right there, we'll go ahead and throw them into that side. These guys are done over here, so we can bulldoze that for the extra wood and get that back. Perfect. With our hunters' huts, I do need more hunters. I absolutely need more hunters, so we'll go ahead and put people on that so that we start to develop a food surplus. We have 24 people who are homeless right now. We can absolutely do something to fix that. That's not even a major issue. We can fix that like right this second. So there we go. 3 houses being built. Oh, we are going to have to put some roads on that. They want me to open a new medical post because I guess we still just have too many sick. It's probably due to the fact that I haven't put in... wait, no, I did put in a care house. We already have a care house. We ended up with 7 amputees, huh? That's a little rough. Probably should have built houses a little bit faster at the outset of the game. Probably would have helped out ever so slightly. I think the reason these people are so upset about the medical post right now is because they're homeless. Just being homeless and salty. So there it is. A few more things getting done right there. This should also help out with the discontent, because the more houses you have around a fighting arena, the more discontent will go down every single night. And so you want to make sure that you have a lot of people around these things so that it gets done. It doesn't open till... oh, it was already open? Well, our hope's doing okay. Our discontent's kind of bad. We're going to have to work on that, but I think maybe a public house will fix that up. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. He's almost done right there, so he's now waiting for us at the observatory. Oh, there's survivors there. I thought there was resources there. Alright, explore it. Instead of astronomers, we were met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by southern volcanoes. The sun itself is actually dimming. Okay, escort them back to the city. I didn't want to do survivors right now. I was looking for supplies, but I guess I forgot where stuff was. That's looking good to me right now. Hunters should be able to keep us stocked up on food for a little bit. There goes discontent right there from... oh, it's cold. I forgot the temperature's going down. So yeah, it's going to be chilly for a little bit, and we don't really have a choice right there. The other thing that we're going to need to do is I wanted to get another... if I can get another workshop up and running, we need to get ahead of the tech curve in-game. So I'm going to put that right there. It looks like it's going to be chilly. It's got +2 insulation, so it'll probably be all right. But we'll get that done. And now that that's finished off, these people are lumber milling away. Good. Getting 8 lumber per hour, which is actually going to stack up pretty considerably. The next thing we need to do is, it looks like we are officially out of coal. Okay, if we're officially out of coal, what I like to do is I'll take a road, and where do I want this road to go from? If I can get it to go from like right there, that'd be better. Like I need it to go all the way up to the mines. So we'll put that right there. And this is going to get a little bit janky. But we actually might not have enough spacing right there. We may want to cancel that. Hold on. I may have pushed these places out too far, I think. So we might have to do some slight retrofitting right here. It may not work exactly like I want it to work this time around. Ah, well. The best laid plans of mice and men. What I'll do is I'll put this right here. Like so. Then we'll go in and we're going to put a thumper right there. And we're going to put a thumper right there. And that's pretty much what we're going to be able to handle for right now. We should have enough wood to get some things done at the end of the day. Drawing boards have been researched. That means that we need to push up to generator power 1 about as soon as possible. Because if the temperature is going to stay at minus 40, I want people to be provided for. I don't want them sitting in their houses freezing to death at night. So both these are done right here. We also need to do heater research. That's going to be pretty necessary pretty soon. We're producing no coal right now. That's not a good thing. That's a really, really bad thing. Where did all my workers go from all that coal that we were working on? Did I just assign them randomly to varying locations? It says I have 17 people unemployed right now. Most of them are children, however. Okay. Can children work there? Children can't work there. We need to find a spot for the children to work. The little childrens need to work. We're about to have new workers, though, arrive in like 5 minutes, so it'll be okay. There we go. So we've got more workers, we've got more children, we've got all that good stuff. So now what we need to do, and there's kind of a secret to this, there's kind of a secret to making the thumpers work for you. And my suggestion is that you do it like this. You put in gathering posts like so. With 2 gathering posts, then you assign children to gather the coal, and you assign adults to go gather the coal. Let's go to the sturdy shelter real fast. We'll send them over there 22 hours. They'll get the resources, loop around to Gloomy, and come back. I think is the plan that I'm trying to go with right now. So there we go. We've got the gathering posts up. We've got people ready to work over here. Let's put in like 8 workers right there and like 8 engineers right there. As soon as these are up and ready to go, we will mix and match with the rest. What the coal thumpers do is they stomp coal out of the ground, and then around the front side of them, they will start to develop coal piles. And when those coal piles develop, you just got to take care of business with it. I also need to build... Well, there are things that I need to build right now, but I'm hoping discontent falls off a little bit tonight. We have 23 homeless. Yeah, ain't that some shit? I can't really help out with that right now. I'll fix it tomorrow, but we don't have any wood coming in at the moment, so until we do, we're kind of stuck. I can put child labor on all jobs if I want, or I can do with medical apprentices over here, which allows them to do some other stuff. But I'll probably go for the public house next, I think. That sounds a little better, and it's something that I can do something about. We've got a day left to do another medical post. We actually are draining out our coal supplies pretty viciously right now. Hopefully these thumpers get us back on track. So there it is. They're going to start thumping out like 48 coal per day. And these guys are each going to gather a pretty considerable amount, actually. Enough to keep us going with more steam hubs, which is going to be super appropriate right now because we need them. We haven't finished the level 2 research yet. The level 2 research is going to double that. So it'll go up to about 432 once we get there. But it should be alright, I think. It should be okay. I think one of the better places we could put the steam hub is actually going to be over here in order to keep people from getting sick. And so my suggestion would be just to barely grab these. It doesn't give us a whole lot of room to play around with, but it does keep them warm, which is the most applicable thing that I need right now. We also don't have a whole lot of metals coming in right now, which I think is going to become an issue for later. Let's go ahead and get some metal going over there. People are going to get cold. People are going to get frosty. People are going to get chilly. But I can't change a whole lot about that for the moment. Like, this game is very much about making just kind of allocations in the moment and kind of fixing things as they come along, and then, you know, trying to get things done after the fact. I could put in a couple of houses over here probably. And that's still well inside the radius of our fighting arena. I mean, that gets a couple more people inside and out of the cold as well, so there we go. People are still going to be chilly, and I can't change that for right now until we get higher level generators. Oh, the higher level generator is done. So there it is. As you can see, the higher level generator is actually over-consuming right now, but it does keep everybody warm. We can explore over here. The shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam system heating it protects it from the cold. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round doors. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. That means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1934, and home, 27. Grab that stuff. We are going to need it. And then you guys go out to, you know, go to Steel Bridge, actually. I'm going to play this one a little bit willy-nilly. I'm going to play this one a tiny bit willy-nilly. These guys right here. He's not connected by a road, so that's obviously going to make that one a little bit triggered. We'll get that done right there. We don't have enough wood coming in right now to really push for what I want to push for. But I could put another worker in right there. Where are my engineers tied down to? We only have 9 right there. And that gathering post is inoperative. We'll destroy it then. Annihilate it. Eliminate it, sir. Get it up and out of my face holes. And then what we'll do is we'll put in 2 coal mines over here as well. And once we have the 2 coal mines, it's gonna be, we're not gonna need coal for a long, long time. If we put in 2 coal mines and 2 thumpers, that'll last us. I mean, I think I've got like 2,000, 3,000 coal a day in my stream playthrough, just from like random things that I've put together. It's worked out pretty well. I think another tent is also in order right here. So put that right there just to make sure that this last person has a place to sleep so that we can keep our medical situation down as low as possible. I would like to get to prosthesis about as soon as I can. I mean, you don't get to prosthesis till tier 3. It's something that I disagree with. You can make a prosthesis out of wood and out of like leather, and we have hunters and everything like that. I actually think that prosthesis should be 1 tier up personally with regards to balance. But you know, I'm not the one that designed the game, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and raise the efficiency of our sawmills ever so slightly. I would very much like to have that. They're going to arrive in 8 hours. Got a couple of sick people doing their thing. We've got a public house that we owe to our people as of right now. Let's go with moonshine as well. So if you give people moonshine, it makes it so when they eat soup, they're less unhappy about it. It basically makes, if you get them drunk, they don't seem to care about the soup. It's just, it's a thing. Oh, I already put one in. I don't have any engineers available, though. Let's take off a couple of you guys. Slot that in right there. So that'll fix our hope on that side, and that'll get rid of one of our promises that we need to keep. And then our other promise is that we'll build a public house. The public house is essentially just a bar. That's all that it is. The public house makes it so that people go out, they drink, they make merry, and they're less upset with me. And I'm a fan of anything that accomplishes that. It has +2 insulation. That means it'll be chilly for right now. I can put it in an... That's an operative 2. I need the extra research right now. So let's maybe just keep the workers and the kids on that one. And what I'll do is I'll rotate these around so that that one's working right there so that we can research a little bit faster. So hope has been taken care of. I kept my promise. Most people are living next to a fighting arena. The moonshine is going to help out with our discontent. I can promise you that. It's going to help out a ton with that. By the time we get to the next morning, the heat wave is going to start up. That'll save us some trouble as well. And these guys will be situated at their new location with the automaton. We're a little bit behind right now. We could be a little bit further ahead. Like, we could be doing better right now. But I think we're still competitive. We're not dead yet. Which I think is the big secret that you're looking for. Why are they bringing back so little food? Oh, there's 39 right there. Never mind. I was going to say, they should be bringing back more food. Brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city and disassemble it for resources. Yep, send it to the city. I've had a number of people say that it's almost impossible to win the game without the automatons. You actually need them. So if you choose to dismantle the automaton, be aware you're going to have to craft one later on in the game in order to replace it. We reprogrammed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared into the distance, walking steadily towards our city, the first wisps of snow started to settle on the bridge. Yay! I'm going to name him Rick, which is short for Rickety, not necessarily Richard. Send them over there to go get more survivors. It's going to be 20 hours till that gets done. We've got a number of situations. A doctor wants to talk to you about improving radical treatment. I was a field surgeon in the Boer War and helped with the Royal Society to reduce the rate of limb loss in army hospitals. I believe I can devise a method that'll cut the number of amputations during the radical treatment. Go ahead. Do that thing. And then finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are getting anxious. That's fine. People can get anxious all they want. Lost a little bit of hope right there, but that's okay. We'll get it all back. I really feel like we should be gathering more food than this. Like, I really sincerely do. Like, I feel like we should be bringing back, like, 39 a day. Did they bring back 39? I don't know if they brought back 39 or not. I don't know. So is this place, like, overloaded on coal? So they're producing, like, 77 an hour and consuming, like, 40-something an hour. Pull off a couple of people. So that's 56. That should be good enough, I think, right there. So I'm kind of playing with averages and playing around with what I can do here to make us a tad more effective. I mean, realistically, that only got me engineers back. But that should allow me to shift the goalpost ever so slightly, I think. Our supply is falling off right now, but the weather isn't bad. So I can turn this back down to level 1, and it won't really negatively affect us. At level 1, we'll have a surplus, and that'll be able to stack up a little bit further. Discontent's looking good. The sawmill upgrade is done. You will find that research goes much, much quicker if you have 2 research places. It actually does double the speed, and you're going to need that as you get further in. The next thing that we're going to need... medical post upgrades are a good idea. Makes your medical post work faster. Heaters are a really good idea, so that's what I'm going to do next. Heaters will make it so that I can put a heater inside of any workshop area so that when it gets cold, we can flip on the heater in exchange for 24 coal a day. We'll end up with much more things that we need in order to get by. They're still gathering over there, which is great. I'm happy to see that, making sure we still got some metals flowing around. Really, we're just waiting for the scouts right now. We also owe our people a public house. So let's go ahead and drop that too before things get any more rowdy. That'll allow us to stack up some extra hope going into the first event where we have to deal with the Londoners, and that'll make life easier. We'll be kicking this thing up to level 2 in about 2 days. That should be more than enough time for us to stockpile some coal and get ready for it. The public house is ready to go, but has no workers. Damn. It will soon. Oh, shit. We got survivors over here in the gloomy cave. Let's go ahead and explore. Our survivors are being attacked by polar bears. Rescue them! Attack the bears! Fight the bears! Together we drove off the bears, and now we're heading on back to the city. Ha! Take that, bears. That's what you get. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Frostpunk. It's pretty fun to play this game with a fresh pair of eyes and like knowing what I'm doing and not looking like an idiot anymore. And so I just wanted to say thank you for hanging with me. We're going to be playing this series for a long, long time, so you might as well saddle in. It's happening either way. I like this game, and we're going to play it a lot. Hi, everybody, and I'll see you next time. If you want to get the game for yourself, you can get it down below. If you wanted to support me, the easiest way to do that is just to hit this video with a like button, or go on over to Patreon. You can go a little bit further, but that's never required or expected. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. Hi, do everybody, and take care.